Welcome back to Student Stories. I'm joined by Ivan Vasquez today to find out more about his story. Ivan, thank you very much for being here. I appreciate you being here.
Thank you for inviting me.
So you are coming from the South. I used to see you last year. I asked you about this because you were actually here at the main campus and you were doing work study with special events, but now you find yourself at the South campus. So tell me, what are you working on over there?
So in the South Campus, I'm just going to my classes. I'm a student in the radiology program here at LC. So I'm just attending classes over there. I'm just doing my studying, my homework, everything. Basically, all my school life is over there now at the South Campus. I've officially transferred from the main to the South. And that's been for about nearly 2 years now. The second year will be next year in the spring once I complete everything. And that's pretty much it. And that's pretty what's been going on with my life.
You're working on with Radiologic Technology, right?
Yes.
What exactly is that?
So it's basically everything X-rays. I'll be taking images of bones, interacting with my patients, talking to them, getting a history. And that's they teach us about the physics of radiology, about the procedures, all the examinations, everything that we need to know to be competent radiographers. And that's pretty much it. I mean, it's a very simplified answer that I've given you, but
complicated.
It's complicated. But I mean, I've pretty much given you I guess a brief rundown on what we do over there in the program.
Not that it's complicated, but there's a lot behind it. You've got to have that interaction with the patients and so forth and so on. So definitely, there's more than just shooting pictures of our bones, right?
Right.
Let's talk about before you were at LC, Ivan. Where did you go to school?
So for high school, I went to United High School. That's my alma mater. And then after that, I went to here, Laredo College.
Let's go before high school. Where'd you go to elementary, middle? I always like to ask you.
Okay.
Remember?
Trauma Elementary School and then Trauma Middle School. And so I've been a Shorthorn and then Longhorn. So
you stayed in that feeder system then?
Yeah, I did, yes.
What was your experience in high school?
My experience in high school is very different to my college experience. I wasn't very active in high school. And I don't know, I wasn't very fond of it. But college was way different for me. I love college. It's definitely a lot harder, a lot more studying. But definitely the experience was a lot different for me. I was a lot more active with everything I did. I joined a lot of programs, did a couple of research projects, made a lot of friends. And yeah, college, I've loved every second of it. It's been a great experience.
Yeah, what kind of student were you as a child? Were you a good student or not really? So.
I tried my best.
Yeah.
So
sounds like me.
Yeah, I tried my best to be the best I could be, and of course I wasn't always perfect, and I mean that's fine with me. I mean the most that we can do is just try our best and keep going, even if we have some setbacks along the way. And yeah, that's pretty much how my experience as a student has been. I strive for perfection, even if I don't reach it. I try my best, and that's pretty much it. That's all we can do, and that's what I've done.
Yeah. At what point did you start thinking about coming to college? Like, did you know all along that you wanted to go to college?
Yeah, ever since I was in high school, and once I was already reaching my senior year, my parents were kind of pushing for me to go to college, and even without them pushing for me to go, I already knew that I wanted to attend college without a doubt. I wanted to pursue higher education. Yeah.
Did you know what you wanted to do? Or you just knew you just wanted to go to college?
Oh yeah, I just knew I wanted to go to college. I was thinking always constantly on my mind what I was going to do, and I was kind of having some I guess anxiety about that, about the future, what I was going to do. And yeah, I put a lot of thought into it. But one of the programs that I joined before officially starting classes here at LC was the LEAPS program that helped me kind of I guess streamline where I wanted to go with my future, academically speaking. And eventually I decided on a radiology program, which I hadn't found out about until after I joined the LEAPS program. Which there's a lot more story to it, but I'll get into that a little later. Sure.
So you really weren't coming into college with a particular plan. You just wanted to go to college.
Yeah. When I was applying, but once I joined the LEAPS program, that kind of helped me figure out what I wanted to pursue, because they pretty much show you a bunch of different majors that you can go into. Because for the requirements for that program, you need, for sure, you have to be a STEM major, which I was going into the health science field, but specifically what aspect, whether it be nursing or physical therapy, with along the other different many programs that LC offers. It was the tough choice to make, and eventually I decided on radiology, and I love it. I'm very happy with my choice that I made.
Yeah, absolutely. What was your first year of college like here at Laredo College?
My first year of college, it was Wow. I mean, it was pretty fun.
You sure you didn't have much fun in high school? Or
No,
high school
yeah.
wasn't, you weren't too fond of that?
Yeah, it was pretty simple. I didn't do much, and that was more of my own choice. Yeah, I'm not going to say that there wasn't a lot to offer, but there was at United High School. It's just nothing
It's a
really.
huge campus.
Yeah, it's a big campus, but nothing really stood out to me. But
Yeah.
once I got into LC, my first year was very, I guess, productive.
Mm-hmm.
My first year, I was taking my basics, any other basics classes that I was pending, because I was in dual enrollment in high school, so that helped out a lot. Less classes I had to pay for, a lot less time as well for other classes. So I was able to have more time to do other things. So I was taking any basics classes that I was pending. I was taking those, working on my application for the radiology program, which is due in the spring semester, but I was already kind of trying to plan ahead for the fall. So this was in 2022, and during that time, I was also working on a research project, my first one out of the two, and with the Euro program, which coincides along with the LEAPS. And so it's the URO, which is the undergraduate research opportunities. So my first research project was I forgot the title. It's the comparison of modern medicine versus traditional medicine to treat COVID-19.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, this was back in 2022, and around the time COVID-19 was still pretty prevalent, a very popular topic. And so I was already always interested in medicine. So that's where I wanted to pinpoint my topic for my research project, and that's where I decided to go into. And so I thought it was very prevalent with the times during 2022, my first year in college. And yeah, and that's pretty much what my first year looked like. It was my research project, my basics that I hadn't just needed, that I was pending, and also the intro course that I was taking for the radiology program. I was still working on that, and that's pretty much it. I mean, nothing too crazy for my first year.
What was the first thing that popped out for you in college? What was the first thing that you realized, whoa, this is different?
Definitely the workload, the studying as well. It was very different compared to high school. As a high school student, I definitely took it for granted, like how easy it is, how easy high school is. And then once I got into college, I realized how different everything is. The workload, the studying, it's a lot different. It's nothing impossible though. It's very possible as long as you put in the time and the effort and you manage your time wisely. So yeah, everything was definitely different in that aspect, but nothing impossible. Like I had mentioned, like everything was doable, and yeah, it was. That's just kind of like the difference that I noticed from high school to college.
Yeah.
And in my first year, I was kind of like getting used to it, and after a while, I would say that I acclimated to the differences, and yeah.
You seem to have picked it up pretty quick. I mean, you just kind of took the ball and sort of ran with it, didn't you?
Yeah, I mean, I had a lot of help along the way with my advisors and my teachers as well, and some tutoring that I would have needed for certain classes, and yeah. So here at LC, what I love is that there's a lot of resources, a lot of help. That so you're not kind of just pushed into one direction or just kind of going on your own. Like you have a lot of help along the way, and so I've found that very helpful.
Yeah.
So that's what I really liked about Laredo College, the resources they have here.
How did you come to find out about those resources?
So for the first one, the major one that I found out was I was still in high school during this time. So I would say it was the spring semester of my senior year of 2022. And I remember specifically, I don't remember what I needed, but I was going to the front office and I noticed there was like a little booth, a stand in the front office, and there was a person sitting there, a representative from LC, specifically a LEAPS advisor. Ms. Vasquez, I don't remember her first name, but Ms. Vasquez, she's one of the advisors for LEAPS. And she had this packet of information. And so I was speaking with her, she was telling me about the program. And I didn't really think much of it at first glance, because I mean, I was still kind of like just deciding what my future would go to. But once I got to class, I decided to look over the packet, and I was reading out all the benefits and everything that they offered for the LEAPS program, and I thought it was really interesting. And the requirements weren't even too bad either. The requirements was for a STEM major, and so that's what I was going to go into for sure. And you just had to have you need to have a certain GPA, and so some other requirements that I'm not don't remember too fond of.
Yeah. So you found it even before you came to Laredo College about everything at least some of the resources that were available. Tell me about the LEAPS program. You've already mentioned it several times. What is it exactly?
So the LEAPS program, I don't remember the exact acronym, what it stands for. But the LEAPS program, so what it starts off as is a 2-week summer camp. And during the summer, before you officially start your classes in the fall, you have a 2-week program, summer camp. They give you some like workshops. They could teach you different things about OC, the resources, different people, different faculty, they teach you about the different resources they have at LC. So that's why I was able to learn about everything else that they had. They give you a little history lesson on LC as well. And also the Euro undergraduate research opportunities, they taught us about that as well, which is how I was able to venture off into that as well. And yeah, so a lot of my, I guess, basic, what do you call it, knowledge that I have of LC came from the LEAP program. Yeah.
So how do you think things would have gone had you not have found out about LEAPs?
Oh, I think for sure my life would have been very different. I wouldn't have had the same help I would have had. I wouldn't have made the same friends I would have made. My life would have been very different.
Sure.
I don't even know if I would have been in this program if I hadn't gotten to the LEAPS program. The research project that I had done, I wouldn't have done it without them. And also not only with the research projects, they also invite you to conferences throughout the nation, the United States. To conferences called NCR, so it's the National Conference of Undergraduate Research, where you present your research projects. And so I've been to Wisconsin, I've been to California as well. California I went last year, and this was in the spring before I had started the program. And I was just, I didn't present my research project in California during that conference, but since I was working on one, that's why I was still invited. And yeah, so I was the first person in my family to go to California because of these opportunities that LEAPS offer me. So yeah, without LEAPS, my life would have been very different. A lot of the experiences that I've had because of LEAPS and whatever like branches off because of them, I wouldn't have experienced that because of them. You know?
But that's a big deal, traveling to Wisconsin and California. Were you nervous the first time you went? Where'd you go first, Wisconsin?
Yeah, Wisconsin. This was in 2023, yeah.
Where in Wisconsin?
This was in, let's see, Wisconsin. I don't remember the name exactly where we went.
Green Bay, Milwaukee. Those are the only cities I know in Milwaukee. That's okay. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Milwaukee and California are different, though.
Oh, yeah.
So when you went to Milwaukee for the first time, were you nervous? I mean, did you know what to expect? Like, had you been on a plane before?
Yeah. I've been on a plane before. It's just for sure I knew it was going to be cold, so I had to make sure to pack for the weather because it was during the spring. So it wasn't too bad, but it was definitely different from the weather we have here.
Sure. And what did you gain from that experience the first time you went?
From the experience, what a conference is like, was something as big as the NCR conference. It was very huge. It was on a college campus that they had over there.
Yeah.
And it was really nice meeting the people over there in Wisconsin. Very, very different from Texans, but still very nice people over there. The food was different, and it was a nice experience overall. The conference itself, seeing all the other students, talking to them, seeing students from all over the country, it was amazing. Talking to them, seeing how different their campuses are, how different their life is, the projects that they had made and worked on. It was nice to see them as well, all the hard work that was put into them. And yeah, it was a really nice experience. Yeah.
And going back to the LEAPS program, not to say you wouldn't have done well in college had you not have come through LEAPS, but it definitely gave you a legs up and helped you out.
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
Now, what was California like?
Oh, I loved it. It was beautiful.
Where'd you go?
We went to, that one I remember, we went to Long Beach, California.
Okay.
So Long Beach, California, we went during the spring, which was last year. It was during April, if I remember correctly. And it was actually during the time of the eclipse, around that time. And I remember my friend, he had brought along the glasses specifically to be able to look at it. And it was a really cool sight to see. And mind you, it was very sunny, but even with the glasses, you would be able to see like the exact like specifics of how the moon was superimposing the sun. But anyways, yeah, so the weather over there, beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, it's like spring-like weather, but like, I don't know if that's how they have it often, or it's like 24/7. But the weather was amazing. It was perfect, like 70s and 80s. The food was really good. The people were nice. I loved the beach vibe they have over there. It was really nice. Yeah.
How was the conference?
Oh, it was amazing.
You're like, I liked everything about California.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, I was at a conference too.
Conference, yeah.
Were they different style, like from Wisconsin and California? Or were they pretty much similar?
I'd say fairly similar.
Yeah.
The conference, they put a lot of like emphasis on research and the students as well. Most of the emphasis on the students, the work they do and everything. But yeah, the conferences were fairly similar. But again, it was the same thing. I loved it. Seeing all the students, talking to them, seeing how their experiences are, their life is, and all the research projects I did. There was so many great research projects that you would see from different students from across the nation. Mm-hmm. And not that I would remember any as of now, because it was a while ago. But yeah, I do fondly remember like everyone's projects, my own or even my classmates and all the other students who weren't from LC. like everyone, you can tell all the passion and hard work that was put into the projects.
So you did 2 research projects or
Yes.
one? 2?
Yeah, 2.
So what's the value of a research project, Ivan? I mean, how would you describe it?
So the value, I don't know. I guess I couldn't give you a perfect like answer for
Sure,
that.
no, but personally for you, what was the value?
For me, definitely is a learning experience to see like all the work that's required for a research project. What else? All the learning that goes along the way of from the start to completion. But yeah, for the research project, I wasn't like kind of thrown like by myself. I was into it by myself. I had a lot of help along the way to complete the project. And yeah, and I guess also not only that, but like seeing your idea, for the topic come to fruition. It's really nice to see from all the hard work from when you start to when you finish, seeing the final poster board. It was really satisfying being able to present the information and sharing it with your friends, colleagues, and faculty. It was really satisfying.
Did you know when you were leaving United that did you know a lot of people that were coming to LC? Did you have a lot of friends when you came in, or was pretty much right off the bat everybody that you knew from Leaps?
When I started the Leaps program, or when I started school
But
officially.
when you came to Laredo College, did you have friends outside of Leaps, or most of your connections came through them?
Yeah, so I saw a lot of familiar faces from my high school.
Right.
Some friends, yes, and a lot of friends as well from the Leaps program. I made a lot of friends there, so most of my connections would be from there. But even then, I also did some work study positions. So a lot of my friends I made from while I was working as a student here at LC. Before I ventured off to the radiology program.
Yeah.
So I guess I found a lot of friends in places that I didn't really expect to find any. But yeah.
And you kind of beat me to the punch. I was going to ask about work study.
Okay.
You did work. No, that's okay.
Okay.
But that was a great transition. I mean, work study. How did you find out about the work study? How did that go about?
So for that, I kind of had to push myself to finding the work study positions because I needed a job. I needed to make money to fund my classes and everything. So eventually, I was able to find the resources. I don't remember exactly how I found them or where. It was either on the LCE website or maybe through word of mouth or from the Leaps program somehow. No, actually, it was the Leaps program that they also helped me. So I remember this was back in 2022 when Carmelino Castillo was working here. He was a director, I believe, of student life. I had obtained a position as a gym attendant at the Marabil gym here. And I did that position for about a year, and then before I ventured off to my other job that I had. But I'll get into that one a little later because it's a little more recent, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I obtained my position here as a gym attendant for the Marabil gym under Mr. Castillo, and that position I started during that summer, during that 2-week program. I applied and everything, got interviewed, and then I started once the school semester was beginning. Yeah.
And you really do get to meet a lot of people through work study, don't you?
Yes, you do. Yeah.
But when I met you, when I would see you, you were with events, right? You were with
Yes.
Casino, and so you started out in gym, but then you switched later on to events.
Yeah, so the transition for that one, it's a little funny, I guess. So I felt at a certain point I was kind of being put to do everything. Maybe it's a little delusional, my answer, but I feel like they saw like that I would like as soon as they told me to do something, I would go and do it.
Yeah.
So they would just kind of like, oh, let me just tell Ivan, he's gonna do it once I tell him. So I was like, you know what? I feel like I'm doing everything. Let me try switching positions. So I decided to switch from the gym attendant to event services. And this was still event services was kind of like pretty new, and this was still under Mr. Castillo, and he was the director for this event services program. And I had my friends, my coworkers that I would work with them, but they were upperclassmen. So a little later on, they had graduated and they already ventured off to their own thing at other campuses, other colleges, or wherever. And eventually, I was by myself. And this was when then Miss Valenciano, she joins and becomes the director of the services. And I was her only employee for about a while. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah. It wasn't too long though. It wasn't too bad. But yeah, well, eventually she was able to get some new hires, so I made friends with them. I taught them everything they needed to do because I pretty much already knew what had to be done since I was by myself for a little while. And yeah, it was a learning process, and like it was my first time being in like such a I guess leadership position like that, like having to teach others like how to do a specific job. And yeah, and I really liked it. It was a really good job. I eventually became a student manager after a while.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, it was.
What is event services?
So event services, they set up events for Laredo College anywhere on, whether it's on this campus, the main campus, or the south.
Okay.
Any events like, for example, Fall Fest, they will help out set up for the events.
Sure.
Or even like just smaller events. Like let's say a play that's gonna happen in the theater over here. Let's say or even gym events or anything like that. Or
Yeah.
any on-campus events will help set up.
It's like for example, if there's something at the Falcon, then you've got to make sure that everything's ready
Yes.
for that event.
Oh,
so forth
yes.
and so on, right?
The Falcon was very strenuous to set up. Taking on tables, put on the tarps and everything. The tablecloths. It was that was my least favorite part of the job.
Really?
Yeah.
So you mentioned medicine. You had an interest in medicine before you came in.
Yes.
So there was some sort of an inkling as to maybe, what was it about medicine that you were interested in?
Helping people.
Yeah.
I love helping people. Especially when I'm talking with my patients, and not that I'm helping them directly, but I'm still like a part of that process for them to get better. Like, because if I'm taking the X-rays, I mean that's just a small part of the process for wellness and for getting better. But like talking with my patients, I love interacting with them, hearing what the problem is with them, and like how I'm able to help them to take the X-rays, and when like we'll transfer the images to the doctor to help further with that. But like just listening to their stories and just being able to take care of them and just treating them how they should be treated and being really nice to them and seeing their smiles when they have someone finally listening to them.
Yeah.
It's just really nice and satisfying, and I love helping people. It's always been my passion, and I want to continue doing that with my career and my education.
And I would imagine a lot of them go in nervous. I mean, they're going in for an X-ray. You don't know what they're going for. I mean, so you have to kind of calm them down, don't you?
Yes.
Sometimes.
Yeah, not all the time, but yeah, sometimes. I mean, even myself, I was nervous when I first started having to interact with the patients. I was nervous talking to them, but I noticed the difference after a while. I would say it's a little embarrassing. After a year, I finally kind of like got confident in myself and comfortable with speaking to the patients. But now I feel a lot better speaking with them. Well, I feel like I'm a lot more confident, and I don't have that same nervousness that I used to have as a first year. But yeah, like speaking with them, I feel a lot better communicating with them, hearing their stories, and just listening to them, and seeing their smiles on their faces when they compliment me and like oh, you're very nice, thank you for your patience and everything. And I tell them like that's what we're here for. Like I appreciate you allowing me to take care of you today, because I'm a student. So we give them the option to say like, are you okay with having myself a student take care of you today and take care of your exam? And most of the time they say yes, and so I'm always appreciative of them accepting me to take care of them, even as a student.
So, I mean, are you considered to be doing clinicals? Like, where do you go practice, I guess?
Yes, so we're doing clinicals. So that's cool. That's going to be for us on Mondays and Wednesdays as second year students. We go to different medical, like clinical sites. We'll go to LMC, Doctors, LMC North, Providence, different other Gateway as well. Many sites that we'll go to just to get practice on patients and everything. And each site has their own, like, I guess, differences. Like for the hospitals, like LMC and Doctors, they get a little bit of everything for patients wise, whether they're inpatients or outpatients. The patients are a little difficult to deal with and like to interact with them because of course of what they're dealing with. They're in pain, so we have to be patient with them and take care of them. Put more emphasis on taking care of them because I mean they're there for a reason.
Yeah, absolutely. When will you be done? At what point are you done with that program?
Yes, so I'll be done next year in May. God willing, I'll be finished with the program and graduating and everything.
And now, is radiologic technology just X-rays, or is it MRIs as well?
So MRI is separate. It's a different modality. For the radiology program, we do emphasis on just the X-rays. So CT, MRI, nuclear medicine, ultrasound. Those are all like separate modalities. Ultrasound and radiologic technology are two separate things. But I mean, it's more than welcome to venture off into ultrasound. But of course, that'll be another 2 years. As for CT, MRI, nuclear medicine, those you're capable of doing on-the-job training, or you can also do like the official training with education at a college, wherever they offer it. But most of the time, people do on-the-job training. They'll study on their own and then eventually take the accrediting exam to be certified.
Did you consider anywhere else before you came to LC? Were you looking at other schools?
No, LC was my main choice, my first one. Yeah. I guess my answer for why I chose LC was it's a little straightforward, a little blunt, but it's because it's cheaper here and the classes. I mean, it's close to home, so the closer to home, the better. And yeah, and also it was an easy transfer from United High School to LC. So I mean, there was really no reason for me not to come.
Sure.
This school, and not only that, I mean, the school has been a great choice for me. I don't regret coming here at all. Like this program, I've loved every second of it. The friends I've made with my classmates and everything. It's been a great choice that I don't regret making at all.
It seems like the College of Health Sciences and that whole program, that's kind of like a family, right?
Yes, yeah, it is. Yeah, especially because you're with the same classmates for 2 years.
Yeah.
So you really get to grow and kind of like learn about each other and become friends. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's a really great program. And also, I didn't even make it on my first try when I applied. I made it my second time around.
How did that make you feel when you didn't make it?
Oh, I didn't feel good.
Yeah.
It was not satisfying. I felt really disappointed in myself. But I didn't want to give up there. I didn't want to like just go for one try and give up and put a halt on everything. So I decided I'm going to try again. I'm going to apply the next year. And of course, it was a little grueling, having to wait a whole year to apply. But you got to do what you got to do. And if anything, the waiting that extra year helped out a lot. I was able to continue working, so I made more money. I was able to retake some classes that I need to do better for my next year's application. And let's see, also the classmates that I have. No offense to the second years that have already graduated, they're amazing. But the classmates that I have, I adore them. They're all very nice and respectful. The close friends that I have with my classmates, I couldn't ask for a group of friends. And yeah, and so once I applied to the second time around, I had a decent amount of money saved up, so that helped out a lot to pay for classes and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And also just getting work experience as well to add to my resume. So for in the future. And a lot of experiences as well, like that I would have missed out on had I made it the first time around. So I was really glad to, like, it was a blessing in disguise, basically.
So you seem very resilient because you could have at that point said, nah, never mind, let me do something else, or maybe even give up, but you didn't do that.
Yeah,
You took advantage of the opportunity and actually it helped you out.
Yes, I had an email to the program director, Dr. Gonzalez, Hortensia Gonzalez. I had emailed her when I had gotten the bad news about not making it. So I decided to use that opportunity to see what I could do better for the next time that I applied. And she gave me some insight what I could do to do better. And I followed her advice. And well, yeah, now I'm here as a second year student.
Well, a lot of people wouldn't do that though. They would just give up and say, oh, well, I didn't make it. But you wanted to know why and what you could do. That's amazing.
Yeah, and I would encourage all the other students to do that. If you're applying to a program, don't give up on the first try. Because, I mean, I'm speaking from experience. Try again. Put more effort into the next time. Don't give up and don't let something take away your confidence and your journey. Yeah. Use that as experience to grow and to pursue what you want to do. Yeah.
Ivan, once you graduate, are you going to stay in Laredo?
Yes, yeah, I have plans for my future. It's a little, my plans for future, I can't really think of the word I want to use, but...
That's okay. I mean, but you do want to stay in Laredo for sure.
Yes, yeah. So I'm going to continue classes once I graduate with this program here at LC. I'm going to be taking some other classes that I'm still pending that I need to take so the class, what I want to go to for my future is medical school. And
okay.
Yeah.
Now you're talking.
Yeah, so I need to take some classes regarding medical school. I need to take some, I guess, what they consider basics. So a lot of science based classes, physics, chemistry, and all those other classes, which some I have already taken, which is amazing. So I'll take whatever classes I'm able to here at Laredo College, and then once I'm done with that, I'll venture off into TAMU and take whatever classes I'm able to with them. And then from then on, I do want to get my bachelor's degree, in which you need one for medical school. Sure. So I'll get my bachelor's degree in, the school that I'm eyeing currently is UT Health in San Antonio. Okay. They have a bachelor's degree program for medical sciences, and I was reading going over the specifics of the program, and it seems very interesting. Everything that I love medical sciences. It's very interesting to me. So I would love to go into that. And eventually I'll take the MCAT, which is the medical college admission test, and hopefully do good on that, which is a very difficult exam. So I'm already studying for that currently, little by little, because I'm still putting all my focus into this program. I'm also shadowing a doctor as well. I'm trying to get everything. I'm trying to basically take all the steps I can to be ahead once the time comes to apply for that. Yeah.
You seem very patient. Like you're not, I mean, you're really calm about it. Like,
yes.
This is what I'm doing. I'm going to continue to do this. Are you typically a pretty patient person?
I would say so, yeah. I mean, because all I can do now is just take one step at a time. Because right now I still need I already have my mindset on finishing one thing before I venture off into anything else. I mean, of course, I'll take some steps to try to get ahead, like already shadowing the doctor and studying for other exams. But yeah, so my main focus is on this program, graduating and getting certified once I reach to that point. And then from then on, I'll venture off into everything else that I'm planning on doing. But yeah, so I'm just taking everything one step at a time, and yeah.
You seem to be the type of person that finish the task at hand and then move on. Have you always been like that, or do you think that's something you learned here?
I would say I learned that here, actually. Yeah. In high school, it was very different. My work ethic. I mean, I should say lack thereof. Because it definitely changed from high school to now. Yeah, I'm very different. My academically speaking, very different. But yeah. What I like doing a lot is focusing on one task and then moving on to the other, because I don't like having things piled up. I hate it. It makes me dread everything. Like if I have stuff, my homework piled up, like
it gets overwhelming too.
Yes, it does. That's why I like to finish my work as soon as I'm able to, whenever I have the time and everything, when I make time for it. So that way I have my weekends free, so I can study and everything, and also so I can relax a little bit, just to refresh from the week and everything, and prepare for the coming week.
Now I'm curious, what grade were you in when COVID hit?
What grade was it? I was in junior year of high school.
So you went to spring break junior year and didn't come back.
No, yeah.
So you didn't go to your high school or your senior year. Is that accurate, or eventually you all did that year?
Yes, we did. For my senior year, we were able to return. Thank God, I was the lucky class to be able to have.
Was that in August, or was it later on during the year? Do you remember?
So I remember this was in 2021, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe no, it was 2020. Yeah, it was 2020. It was March. I was in junior year of high school, and we were going on spring break, and we were given the amazing news that we were going to have an extended spring break. And I was like, oh, that's awesome. And then, of course, it turned into a really long spring break, and then eventually the summer and everything.
So that's true. You returned the following year, and by that time they were already starting classes. So your senior year basically got salvaged.
Yes. So excuse me.
No, you're good.
So it was my sophomore year that it had started. This was in sophomore year. My junior year was completely virtual, and I was lucky enough to have my in-person senior year.
Yeah. And I brought up COVID because I'm curious. Did that influence you in any way for the medicine?
For my research project. Yeah.
But did it influence you as far as your career? Like because of COVID, did you think I want to get into medicine at all? Or
no, I wouldn't say it influenced me in any way for like me wanting to go into the a career in medicine. I always knew that I wanted to help people, and the only problem that I had was facing of like what career in the medical field that I wanted to go into, because there's many options.
Yeah, I mean, you seem very calm, cool, and collected, Ivan. What do you do when you're not doing schoolwork? What do you do for fun?
For fun, I like to watch movies. I like to listen to music. I love listening to music. It helps me calm down a lot.
What kind of movies do you like?
I love scary movies. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and also like superhero movies. I'm a huge superhero fan.
Marvel or DC?
Marvel. I'm very biased towards Marvel.
Scary movies. Which in particular? Do you have a particular series that you like, or?
I've been watching the Welcome to Derry series. That's
I started watching that also, and that's not typically something that I watch.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, but I watched after the third episode, it was trending on X, and so I thought, well, what is this? And so I decided to check out the first and second, and I was like, wow, this is pretty cool.
Yes, it got me hooked, and the story was really invigorating.
Did you see the movies though? Because I didn't.
Oh yes, I saw the movies.
Because this is supposed to be a prequel, right?
Yes, it's a prequel to the 2017 and films.
Yeah,
2019, I believe.
So you like to watch movies? Do you have a particular series that you like to watch, or
right now? Movie? Yeah, I do actually. Right now I'm watching. It's an anime. I'm not really into anime, but recently I wanted to get into it because I've heard good things about it. I just it never really caught my eye. But recently I started watching My Hero Academia. And so, as I mentioned already, like I love superheroes, like everything superhero stuff. Because I love helping people. That's a lot of my love for helping people came from my love for superheroes as a kid and even up to now.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so I'm watching My Hero Academia. It's an anime that I've been watching. Already gotten well into it. It's been and I was lucky that like they have many seasons, and I really enjoy the story. And
I may draw the line in anime. I've never seen the I don't know. Maybe one day I'll check it out, but I don't know what the draw is to anime. I'll watch animated stuff, but not anime. So, what kind of music? Because you mentioned you love music.
Oh yes, I love music. Yeah. So my favorite genre is definitely R&B. I feel like it really, in comparison wise, it's really like close to how I feel as a person. Very calm, very chill. that's the type of music I love,
Yeah.
and that's why I love listening to music. R&B is my favorite. It's my go-to genre, and I'll listen to maybe some jazz, maybe pop music or rap. A lot of music like that, but R&B is my go-to for sure.
You mentioned your parents at the beginning. I mean, did they support you in everything you do?
Oh, yes,
It sounds like they do.
Yeah, absolutely. They do. Everything I do, they always support me, no matter what. And now I'm very grateful and blessed to have the parents that I have.
Ivan, it's a pleasure meeting you, and continued success. I know you have a lot to go, but you seem to be on the right path. So thank you for your time, and congratulations, and I hope everything continues to go well for you.
Thank you so much.